I'll say it. This is uncomfortable. It is just as uncomfortable as it looks. Like, you ever see something and you're like, that doesn't look that great? This is exactly what you think it is. It feels like there's Velcro wrapped around my neck. I don't get why people do this. Maybe it's a material thing, right? But just the sensation of something being around your neck, oh, it's terrible. Then why are you doing it, Garb? Well, I said I'm trying to be more festive, right? In this holiday season, listening to Christmas music, put up the Christmas decorations. Look at that tree, huh? Fully erect. Well, okay. And the tree is looking good too. But the turtleneck, I feel like that's another step. Now, this isn't something I just bought because of this. I, for some reason, owned this. I wore it 4 years ago, let the record show. And so, yeah, I kind of whipped it back out again, talking about the clothes, not the tree. But here it is. It's on me. It doesn't feel great. I don't like this. Maybe I've grown a little bit stronger, right? Some of my muscles are getting in the way of what used to be unoccupied rooms of this sweater, but now they're fully booked out. Weeks in advance, it seems, with only more occupants moving in with haste. But it's not great. It's like a slight choke. It feels like a Mormon girl choking you because she's like, I've never done this before, so should I be like careful? I'm like, no, just let it rip. And she's like, I don't want to hurt you. I'm like, you can't. And she's like, but you have such a frail neck. I'm like, well, now, okay, I'm gonna head out. I don't like where we got with this. This sucks. I'm gonna need to pray on this. She's like, I was way ahead of you. I did it this morning. I was like, okay, well, that's you. Okay. Do you think Santa likes his job? I was thinking about it. I'm like, he's been at it for a while now. Do you think he likes doing it? Because we paint him as this big, jolly guy, Saint Nick, right? And we're like, he loves this shit. He's actually just bursting at the seams. That's because of all the cookies. I'm sure the milk plays a part too, but he's bursting at the seams. He's like, I can't wait. Oh my God, let me out. You think they keep him in a cage? Let me out. Let me out. I don't think they do that, do they? I think he's just kind of chilling. It's like a retirement 9 months a year. And then they're like, hey, Santa, you still have a job. He's like, what? Really? Wipes the cookie crumbs off his chest. He's like, oh, I thought I was done with that, right? They're like, yeah, well, we always treat every year like one last hurrah. But that's just because that's how you tell us to work. But you're never done. You're like a mythical being. You're going to do this forever. Well, as long as people believe in you. That's what powers you. I'm sorry, what? What do you mean that powers me? They're like, yeah, well, you're not immortal. You are not a mortal. You are immortal. With a little stipulation. If people stop believing in you, you're done. You're like, oh, so I'm like a god of some sort. Well, not exactly. No, but the people give me power? Yes. And if they don't think about you, yeah, we actually don't know what happens. We've kind of talked about it in the break room, the elves, Some of the reindeers even pitched in, but we're kind of trying to keep things separate. Not that we don't like reindeers. It's a different game. And, well, they never let us into their reindeer game, so why should we let them into the break room where we have those little cookies? The ones you get from Walmart? You kind of warm up in about 15 minutes, and they're really good, but they're probably bad for you. They have forever chemicals. And Santa, you're made of forever chemicals. And those forever chemicals will push the limits of forever if people stop believing in you. So you need people to believe in you. Do you think Santa's ever gotten paranoid and been like, should we do like marketing? I feel like, are you sure? No. It's the campaign runs itself. People will know who you are. Really? Okay. You don't think I should go out there, show my face? No. Showing your face is like the opposite of your campaign. You can't show your face. But you know who does show their face at their job every day? LeBron James. And he's been going at it pretty much as long as Santa has, right? But do you think he's getting tired of it? People are commenting he's been back playing for a few weeks, maybe a month or whatever now. He was injured for the first few weeks. But now he's back on the court, doing his magic. And people are pointing out that he's not moving like year 22 LeBron, right? I think he's year 23, right? Because it's his king year or whatever. Because he's like number 23 for a lot of his career or whatever. Anyways, this is also like the record, the longest, the only player that's ever played 23 seasons in NBA history. But some people are saying he's really sluggish out there. He doesn't look like he cares that much. In the off season, he's talking about golf. He's talking about his son. He's talking about family. What the fuck is he doing? He's talking about everything like a caring and loving like father and husband should be talking about. And everyone's like, he's not dedicated to the game. He's cheating. And he is. He's cheating on the game that he was married to because, yeah, he apparently has a life outside of the game. I don't know about this. People are saying he should just shut up and dribble, is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing on the streets. But no, he's starting to flirt with glimpses of his post basketball life, and people are not having it. And some people are saying it's being reflected on the court. That's right. We have a report right now. He's moving a bit sluggish. The way he took off from the 3-point line, he took 3 dribbles instead of 2. That's not like LeBron. What's that? Okay, yeah, no, I got it. Yeah. No, I'm on air. Shh. Yeah. Yes, I won't forget the kids again. God, I don't like the way you say again. Okay? It makes it feel like it's my fault. Yeah, I know it's my fault. That doesn't mean you have to make me feel bad about it. Yeah, I'll pick them up. Okay. I would say I love you too, but I don't at this moment. I know our therapist said I'm supposed to say it no matter what, but I don't feel it. I'm not gonna say things I don't feel. Okay. I like you. That's all I'm gonna give you. Okay. All right, we're back. But I wonder, yeah, do you think Santa also has the same feeling LeBron seemingly has, where he's like, I've kind of done this for a while. My game speaks for itself. I'm number one across all the records. I think I'm gonna hang it up, right? I've heard. Do you think Santa has the same life as LeBron though? Like, you think he's partnered with Hennessy? You think he's a part owner of some tequila brand? Do you think he's sponsored by Nike? Like, I don't really know what brand those shoes are that Santa wears. They have these new shoes. I think, what are they called? The there's this new shoe model that's coming out. I think it's, yeah, here it is. I'll put it. These look like Santa could wear them, right? Who's to say he's not partnered? There's a lot of similarities. But if we hold that to be true, then we have to compare everything, right? I heard LeBron, very much a family man, right? But I've heard in big cities, there's rumors of cheating allegations. I've heard a lot of people say that in Toronto, he gets busy, and that's off the hardwood. But there's still somehow hardwood. We have fun, don't we? But then also, in Florida, Miami, yeah, he's getting down and dirty. And home base, LA, apparently he's got a lot going on there. People say he's unfaithful in these big cities, and I wonder, could you apply the same thing to Santa? And I would think even more to Santa. LeBron, it's all allegations, right? We haven't have anything proven yet. But with Santa, you guarantee he's a man whore. I mean, how could it not? You think that's literal, all those things we say about Santa? Oh, he goes in when you're sleeping. And he eats your cookie? Well, you think that he's literally eating that many cookies? I know he's a big guy, but that'd be impossible. Yeah. He's eating that cookie even when he's not. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Think about it. I think Santa's going to these major cities, and yeah, he's getting it done in one night. Do you think the elves talk shit about Santa? They're like, Santa's looking a little gaunt this year. Have you noticed that? I have. He's a little more like white than usual, right? They're like, one of the elves that's always sticking up for him. That's the snow. That's the snow. You saw him when he was covered in snow. He was coming back from a test run. It was snowing. That was snow. That wasn't his skin, okay? He's as cheerful and, he looks like a tomato, with his red, cheerful cheeks. The other elves make fun of that elf. Oh, I know what cheeks you're talking about. No, not those cheeks. I would never think of Santa that way. No, I don't see Santa as a sexual being. I just see him as the mythical god he is, okay? And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And if I have a little bit of a crush on Santa, why is that a big deal? Yeah, sure. In the workshop, do I sometimes give Santa fuck eyes? Yeah, but I don't even think he's looking at me, okay? Besides, I can never rival that caboose that Miss Claus has going back there. What are we doing? Huh? That's what I think to myself when I listen to Christmas Rapping by the Spice Girls. I think I talked about this last year, but listen to Christmas Rapping by the Spice Girls. That is one of the most sinister songs I've ever heard. I don't know why, but when I listen to it, right? I'm trying to listen to a lot of Christmas music right now. And that kind of shows up in the shuffle. And it's always, it makes me feel like I'm having a panic attack. It makes me feel like I'm in a turtleneck. It makes me feel like the walls are closing in on me. And it's like if I woke up in the middle of the night, people talk about sleep paralysis demons, right? I've never experienced such a thing. Thank God, or thank Santa. But I wonder, I feel like, hearing this song, it makes me feel like I could wake up in the middle of the night and then look in the corner of my room and see Santa just staring at me, being like, "What's up, man?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't like this. There's not supposed to be anyone in here besides me, and you're here." He's like, "Yeah, I know, that's weird, isn't it?" You know what's so weird? I don't know how I got here either. Like, I was just sleeping and then I woke up. I'm like, "Well, hold on a minute. So you're telling me I'm your sleep paralysis demon?" He's like, "Yeah, what are you saying? I'm yours?" "Yeah." Jason Mraz, let's calm down with the copyright. But yeah, I think we are each other's sleep paralysis demon. It's like, oh my God. It's like in Star Wars, when Rey and Kylo could always, talk to each other just by like thinking about each other, and then they like be in the same place. And then Rey's like, "Wait, why am I like feet wet?" And Kylo's like, "Oh, my bad. I was showering. Shit. Did that get over there?" "Yeah, no. Oh my God. These are new shoes even." And I can't afford that because, Jakku, I use all my rations on this shit ass foods. I've been, rocking the same kicks for a while now, Kylo's like, that is on me. I'm like the evil guy in the situation. That I went too far. Yeah, nothing worse than wet socks, okay? um, except what Luke did to me. That was pretty bad. And I'm going to kill everyone he's ever known because of it. So, but wet socks, close number 2, I would say. But every time I listen to Christmas Wrapping by the Spice Girls, it feels like I'm in a horror movie where I'm like one of Santa's elves and I'm stuck at the assembly line, just as Henry Ford intended. And I am just working. And I'm like, oh, wow, looking at the clock. And I'm like, the workday must be ending. And then it keeps restarting. And I'm like, wait, it's 9 a.m. again? What the fuck? And that song is just playing. If you've never listened to the song, listen to the song, come right back. Because my God, does it feel like you're just stuck in a you're just doing this, except you're like stuck smiling on the outside, but inside you're like dying. And then people start falling over one by one because their soul has been crushed. The spirits left their body. That's what it feels like when I listen to Christmas Wrapping by the Spice Girls. It feels like I have an evil Santa floating above my shoulder, right? You're supposed to have a good one and a evil one, angel and a devil. It feels like there's 2 evil Santas sitting on my shoulders, and he's a heavy-set guy, so, I'm like here with it. And he's just telling me, "Yeah, kill people." I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, murder them all." I'm like, "Who?" And he's like, "You'll know." That's what it feels like. So, Spice Girls, thank you so much. Something else I can be thankful for is the Habit Burger. There's a Habit Burger drive-through. Apparently, that's rare. That opened up near my work, and so I decided to go there the other day. And I was paying for my food, and as the guy tells me, recites my order back to me, "One double charburger with cheese." I'm like, "Yep." And he's like, "All right, it'll be like 7:47 or whatever." And then as I am going to put my card, he's like, "Loving the beard, brother." I was like, "Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I really appreciate that." And naturally, you would think, well, fucking say it back, Garv, right? But he did, yeah, no. He had a beard. Well, he had facial hair. He had like a few, just like hairs around his chin. So it's like not much of a beard. I think by definition, you could be like, it's a beard. But it wasn't a beard. Do you know what I'm saying? It would have felt insincere, and like it felt like I wouldn't mean it if I was like, "Yeah, hey, and yours is yep, right, right back at you." So I didn't want it would if I said that if I was like, "Oh, hey, and hey, I should be taking notes, huh?" From the guy himself, it would have been a lie. It wouldn't. He wasn't close enough, right, to having a full beard for that lie to like close the distance. He wasn't enough. There wasn't enough for me to work off of. So I didn't say it back. And so then I was like, should I say something back? I don't know. And then I started looking at him, just like other features. And I was like, oh, he has nice eyes. Should I say something about his eyes? Yeah, Garv, if you didn't say anything about the beard, you should have said something about the eyes. I'm sorry. What, you want me to fuck him next time? Like, what do you want me to do, huh? There was nothing. I didn't know what to do. It's just if I said it, it wouldn't have been. He would have been like, "Hey, you don't do that, man." It would have been insulting. Hey, then you're not doing too bad yourself. Yeah, man, I am. I'm doing much worse. than you think I am. Okay. Well, that's I didn't I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. But then, of course, I didn't. How did it end, Garv? Did you end up saying something? No, I didn't. I just, when he gave me the receipt, I actually grabbed too much of his hand. You're not supposed to grab any part of a hand when you're grabbing a receipt. It's a receipt. There's no hand included. It's like when you buy a shitty toy, right? Speaking of the holidays, Santa's not making your shit. Your parents are getting it. Battery's not included. Hand's not included in a receipt. Yet I got a full fucking handful of it. Got a handful of hand. They're calling that a handshake. Or a clap, depending on what angle you go with. Or a hand hold. It was a hold. There was a little bit of a, ooh, ah. Do you think anyone, Spotify Wrapped is out? You want to see mine? Okay, fine. Here it is. Is it performative that all of my top 5 songs are by women? Yeah, it is. I have nothing to say about that. I mean, look at me. What the fuck am I doing? Everything I do is performative. But I didn't listen to any music this year. 990, what is it? 92, 9300 minutes? That's nothing. I when I was in school, I would always have music on when I was like doing homework or whatever. So I was, racking up tens of thousands of minutes. I don't really listen to music except when I'm like driving. And I don't drive that much. I just drive you crazy with these uploads, right? You're liking these. This is good. We both have a good time doing this. I think so. Make sure you leave a like on the video. You guys did a fucking great job last week, but I'm scared to tell you that because then you're not going to do a good job this week. So what I could do, here, I'll bargain with you right now. I'm going to show you 2 realities right here. I'm going to matrix you. I could go on a 5-minute rant about how important likes are. Or you could just like the video and then I won't do that. I'll just continue talking about my Spotify Wrapped. But if there are less likes this episode, I think last week we got 17 is the current count. If there are less than that many likes, I will be doing a 10-minute rant next week about the importance of likes. And you can guarantee that. So those are the options. Should I do a little rant right now about it? You got to wonder, is he doing it right now? It seems like he's doing it right now. I am. So let's just ensure for next week. We did last week. One time's a fluke. Right? It's like when your teacher's like, okay, you've done your homework, you've studied, you did great on this test, let me see it in the next one. Well, I need you to perform every week. You're only as good as your last liked podcast episode. So please keep it up. Almost like my Christmas tree, keep it up. In this one, can you please leave a like? And I do want to say I'm very appreciative. So thank you so much for last week. But I wonder, do you think anyone was late this week because of their Spotify Wrapped? One of the days I went on site this past week, I got in my car and then I opened my phone. I was like going to pick music for the drive. And then I realized, oh, my Spotify Wrapped is ready. And I was like, but I don't have enough time to like watch it and enjoy it because I got to go to work. So it made me think, I did the adult thing and I just went to work and saved it for later in the day, delayed gratification or whatever it is, delayed satisfaction, whatever. something discipline, fucking cold plunge, sauna, protein, keto, whatever. I don't know. But do you think anyone was late this week? Because what if they didn't make the adult decision that I did? And they were like, ooh, but I want to know. So I can post on my story. And then people will be like, no way, you listen to that person too. That's so cool. Yeah. What percentage top fan base of the fan base were you? I was 0.4%. Oh, 1.7. That's nice. That's cute. Yeah, maybe don't share that on the story, lil pup. Okay? But yeah, I wondered, did anyone get themselves late to work? And then would they use that? Because you go to work and you be like, oh, my bad. There was there was traffic. And then someone's like, no, I just came in actually. And there was like no traffic. Which way did you come in? You came in this way, right? Through that highway? I don't know highway names. Okay, let's pull up Google Maps. I'll show it to you. Which way did you come in? I'd love to know which way you come in. Hey, maybe we carpool next time. That'd be great because it saves the environment and makes sure your dumbass isn't late. Hold on. If they just got in, why aren't they getting any flack? It seems like they just got in Why is me getting in a minute later a big problem now? Did anyone rip into them? What the fuck? Everyone's like, well, no one rips into you for being late. That's the only person that would rip into someone. And so anyone that shows up after them, yeah, they rip into. So all you have to do is beat that one person. Most people don't care. You just have to worry about a few individuals. A few individuals ruin it for the most of us. Isn't that always the case? But yeah, Spotify said I was 33 years old based on my listening activity. My top artist was Ariana Grande. What are you talking about? What are you What are you talking about? 33? Oh wow, I got you younger. How old do you think I am? I turned 27 in 2 weeks. Yeah, start thinking about gifts. I'm sorry, you're right. You got me the likes on this video, so thank you so much. You did, right? Those are from you? Okay, yeah, you got the... Okay, nice. Hey, thank you so much. I'll be writing thank you cards to you all. And they'll be like really poorly timed, so you'll get them in like March or something. And then I'll send you like as soon as you get it, and you like thank me over text, I'll be like, snail mail, huh? And they're like, why didn't you just text me? I'm like, I don't know. Something about the textile feel, huh? Hello? Yeah, I'm glad that Spotify didn't do that like dumb shit they were doing where they're like, oh, you're a new age techno girl boss or some shit like that, you know? You're a crocodile wallet runway model, aren't you? It's like, what are you? You're the cool kid on the playground with a kendama. That's what we learned about you. I don't like the combination of words you just threw at me. That was disgusting. But it's funny if I'll pull it back up. Here's my Spotify Wrapped. It's funny because I used to always say, when people, you're in college and when I was an intern, people would be like, what music do you listen to? What's your music taste? And I would always joke that, sometimes in high school, girls will make those summer montages and then post them on social media. And it'll be a lot of like bright, overexposed shots and a lot of like travel shit, like road trips. Because they're not like old enough to take flights places, so they just road trip to the nearest forest of their hometown or place with big trees at least. But the music that they would overlay on that's my music taste. I have the music taste of like a high school girl that loves pop music. And I've since moved away from telling that joke, but I look at my Spotify Wrapped and I wonder, how far have I strayed away? I think I am still living my truth. I don't think anything's changed. I think I'm the same exact person. And I've always advertised myself as. Something I've been doing this week is wearing my cool shoes. I like shoes. I've talked about it a little bit on here. And I have always kind of been precious or like delicate about like when I'm going to start wearing shoes. Because some of the shoes I get, I'm like, oh, these are really cool. These are really nice. So I don't want to wear them. I'm going to wait for a special occasion. But then it's like a year and you're like, well, nothing special has happened. So when am I going to wear those? And then when I whip it out, I'm only going to wear them like once. Where's the fun in that? But when I was in Mexico City and I was, at that hot air balloon place, I noticed one of the guys, one of the other people there, not one of the people that work there, but one of the like tourists, was wearing these SB Dunks, the Yuto Horigome SB Dunks. I was like, oh, those are fucking sick. And I was like, Garv, you own those. I was like, oh, right. I do own those. I bought them last December. It's been a year since I've owned them, but I've never worn them because they're like really nice and they're like kind of expensive. I'll be honest. I think that's the most expensive pair of shoes I've ever bought by like a lot. Just because I told myself when I saw those pictures release of that shoe, Yuto Horigome, by the way, this is a 26-year-old Japanese professional skateboarder and 2-time Olympic champion. And he's signed by Nike. And so he's made a couple colorways of his own SB Dunk Low. And this is the first of them, the Yuto Horigome SB Dunk Low. And I saw pictures of those, when they start leaking early images. And I decided I don't fucking care how much those cost. I'm buying them. Those are fucking sick. So I did pay $400 for them. A year ago, and I fucking haven't worn them. But then I saw that guy in Mexico City wearing them, and they were kind of like beat in, and I like the look of like beat sneakers. I was like, oh, those are fucking sick. I was like, Garb, you have the power to wear those. You own those. I was like, damn, you are right. And so last week, I whipped them out. I just wore them to work, and I was feeling fucking awesome. I was like, wait a minute, this is sick. So, like, if you have something where you're like, oh, I gotta wait, for that special day. Every day above ground is a great day. Remember that. And so fucking wear the thing today. It's funny, even when we were in Mexico City, we were like shopping at this place, and my mom was like, this is a really nice sweater. I'm like, you should fucking get it. And she was like, when would I wear that? Only for special occasions. I'm like, but that's I grab her by the shoulder. That's the mindset they want you to believe. You can wear it every day. You can do this all the time. But no, I'm kind of like leaning into that as I get older. Maybe don't buy as much stuff, because that's the thing. I have like a bunch of shoes, but I only wear the ones that are like $80, and then I beat them into the ground. I don't wear the nice like cool shoes I have because I'm like, no, I can't dirty them up. But like, it's so, now that I've done it, I broke the seal. It's fucking awesome to wear nice shoes. It's cool to have nice things. So yeah, if you ever, have shit like that, don't wait. Just wear it. You have a sweater? It's fucking cold. Put it on, huh? And then you'll, because then if you don't wear it, like 2 years will pass, and then it'll be like out of your fashion. You'll be like, why would I even wear that? I don't even know why I bought that. And then you have to fucking like either just give it away or like sell it for pennies on the dollar. So fucking enjoy it. Put it on now while you still like it. Because I'll probably, sometimes, honestly, the shoes are too tight. I fucking, I'll air my grievances right here. Nike SB, they don't make a size 12 and a half. And all of their shoes, all the Nike SB models, run half a size too small. So I'm a 12. That's my true size. And so in Nike SBs, I would need a 12.5. They don't make 12.5. Puma doesn't make 12.5. Puma, they stop half sizes at 11 and a half. So it goes 10, 10 and a half, 11, 11 and a half, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm like, what the fuck? You missed one. And so Puma, Nike SB, I can't really wear a lot of the shoes because I can go 12 and they're like, scrunch my toes, or I can go 13 and those shits are like slipping off. So I just kind of get if I, really like a shoe, I'll get a 12 and I'll suffer because fashion is pain, baby. Okay? Just like this fucking turtleneck. This shit is annoying as fuck. But I do it for you, And I do all these episodes for you. I do everything in my life for you. I dedicate this episode to you and all the future ones and all the past ones. Everything I do is for you. Can't you accept that? Oh my God. But speaking of doing things for you, few Christmas songs, huh? Like I've been saying, I've been listening to it. Merry Christmas, Darling by Christina Perri. The champion behind 1,000 Years and Jar of Hearts. She delivered another seasonal hit. I think the song's been around for a while, but I haven't heard a Christina Perri song in a while. And oh my goodness, when Merry Christmas, Darling came on, oh my God, hot flashes of nostalgia were hitting me. And that's not because this turtleneck was choking me to death, but no, it was because I was happy to hear an old friend. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch, but the Lindsey Sterling and Sabrina Carpenter version. Listen to that with like a really good like sound system or like a stereo, because oh my God, the instrumentals, the violin. This song was made in 2017 and you can tell it was. This is like, I'm not a theater kid, but this is like, liking this song is like the most theater kid thing I've ever done. But it's a good song. Oh my God, you can go nuts for the instrumentals on this one. One Wish by Ava Max, and the Christmas song. Everyone's heard the Christmas song, but by the wonderful, the illustrious, the stunning Olivia Dean. Her own rendition, and it's almost as beautiful as she is. Let me just say that. So there's 4 Christmas songs for you to carry through this next week. Stay away from turtlenecks, but stay nice and nuzzled up to that like button. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks so much for watching. The camera just went out right there, but I'm back. Hey, how's it going? You come here often? I know you do. So make sure you leave a like, huh? That's one place you don't go often, the like button. So make sure you have a great week, okay? Thanks so much for listening. Thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you next week, okay?